Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name's Ars Obsessions, also known as Obby, and I point at friend. Hello, friend.
Hi, I'm Marzi, everyone's favorite troublemaking fae and pasta pal.
Pasta pal. Troublemaking fae. Both at the same time.
Trouble
Pasta fae!
troublemaking pasta fae.
Troublemaking pasta fae! Fun question for you and those folks at home. What's your favorite kind of pasta? Mine's
God.
angel hair. It's got good texture.
I like lasagna.
Ooh, lasagna good.
Big noodle.
Big noodle. With layer of meat and cheese.
Yeah, the good shit.
Anyway, we've gotten off topic real fast.
Anywhoosies.
Anywhoosies, I am going to be playing Ruby Red. You know her, you love her, gremlin, wizard, child, person. Real kind. Has blood.
Oh shit. Real ass blood and bones. Hi, I'll be playing Mariz. Yes, that's on purpose. Don't worry about it. I hold them up. They're stupid, Your Honor. I hold up their negative intelligence and negative wisdom. They're fucking stupid.
I hold up Ruby, who has a 20 in intelligence and just an average wisdom.
It's okay. What Mariz doesn't have in intelligence or wisdom, they have in charisma.
Oh yeah. Do you know who doesn't have charisma? Ruby.
That's why
Ruby
these two would be amazing partners in crime.
They would be. They have the strengths where the other has weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it involves seeing things.
Yeah.
If it involves seeing things, good luck.
Mariz only has one eye!
And Ruby needs glasses.
Yeah!
Anyway.
Anywhoosies.
Let me ask you, what brings Mariz to Little Corner?
Well, some stuff has happened because this FPS takes place after Fantanet Spectacular, Part 2,
Oh,
5 to Curtain. That has not happened yet, so, well, I'm not gonna be pushing anything towards that. But, after...
There is no lore in Fantanet.
There is no lore in Fantanet's theater. But after that, they've decided to buckle down on being nice. But at this point, they don't know if they physically can. And they want to know if that's because they're fae. They're a little worried. And...
worried about the hereditary what's-its. Seeing if it'll get in the way.
Is worried that genetically they are physically incapable of being nice.
That is the saddest pecking thing. I'll throttle you.
Love you. And like, they know two people who know a lot about fae, but since Johan was kind of there for Fantanet Spectacular, they feel bad. So...
I mean, that's valid and makes sense,
yeah,
but also, ow.
Yeah, so time to not run away from home, but go on an excursion to find the other person they know that knows a lot about fae.
Yeah. And Ruby happens to live in the Ruindal Castle, which is, I want to say, like, maybe, like, I think if I remember correctly, it's like a 20 to 30 minute walk away from Little Corner.
Ugh.
Yeah. But if you fly there, it'll be a lot faster. Which you do have wings. You can do that.
We sure can.
I'm just picturing, Mariz stepping out of the teleportation circle to Little Corner and being like, alright, it's time.
They probably start...
Which it is...
They probably start with skating, because they do have those skates that their brother gave them for Animus. Yeah. Pictured in the title card.
It is a little bit, to quote the Vine, it's kinda snowy.
Shit, you right.
Yeah. So while the streets of Little Corner are cleared out, the actual, like, dirt path to the castle is not as, clear.
That's when Mariz starts flying. Can't skate in that.
You can try. You won't get very far. Could you imagine trying to skate in, like, a foot of snow? Just,
Yeah, it's especially hard when your shoes are your feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, they're good with flying. The skates are retractable anyway.
Yeah. Toon designs be like that.
Hell yeah. Mariz be like, how come real kind can't just have wheels for feet?
Because the feet cannot change into wheels. It's as simple as that. Anyway, I imagine you are flying to the front of Randall Castle, and do you want to make me a perception check?
Oh god. Let's see if Mariz can see today. No.
That's a no, because that's a 5.
They only have one eye!
They only have one eye. And that one eye is currently trained on the castle.
Yeah, because what the fuck?
Yeah, it is a whole castle, my dude.
It's fucking huge.
Huge.
They literally live in a small apartment complex in Toontown.
Yeah, and this is like a full-on royalty castle.
Yeah, no, mayors don't see shit because they're looking at this castle.
Yeah, going like, what?
Yeah, it's like, what?
Okay. Well, with that low of a roll, you probably completely miss the fact that, like, growing, like, off the side of it is, like, a giant tree. And in that tree, there's a treehouse, which in prior months has been having a little... This treehouse was not in the best shape. However, I imagine that as the months have gone by, Ruby has gotten Antler to improve it so that it can at least support more weight than just herself.
Yes, good.
And, you know, be a comfy spot to hang out in.
Yeah, I mean, if she's gonna be making more friends her age, they need a cool place to hang out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna roll stealth. And see if Ruby gets a nat 1.
Oh god.
Because Ruby's stealth isn't the great in history, even though she has a pretty good modifier.
Oh,
Never
shit.
mind. 24.
It's because Antler isn't here.
It's because Antler isn't here, you're right. Mariz, unbeknownst to you, from above you in the treehouse, Ruby takes like one look down and sees you. What color is Mariz currently?
So funny story. They are kind of a mulberry purple. And a little bit of like a bubblegum pink as Ruby sees them like kind of raise one nubbin hand and then lower it nervously and then raise it again and then lower it.
Just like at the door, like debating whether or not to knock. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. Okay, well, Ruby from up above is going to literally jump off the side of the treehouse, which she has a ring of feather falling. It's fine.
It's fine.
Don't worry about it. She just slowly drifts down from above and just kind of lands ever so quietly in the snow behind you. Takes one long beat. And then, so what you standing there for?
Ah! And, please make me a dex save.
Oh, I'm delighted by this already.
I've decided this is something Mariz does when they're startled, because they've done it before. God! God! This isn't that one! Nothing bad happens, but Mariz, like, the hand that was going up to knock on the door, as they whirl around, it, like, goes out and points at Ruby, and Ruby now is outlined in a bright pink light.
Oh, well, okay then.
Oh god, why would you do that? Oh, you made me panic cast fairy fire!
Ruby's just cackling.
Oh, you're the worst!
I know I am.
See if I give you any of these brownies, you heathen. And lo and
Brownies?
behold, in a basket on their other arm, it is a basket of brownies and other baked goods.
Mariz, you have no idea why, but you see this real kind child like look at the brownies, like and all the baked goods, and just make quiet prayer hands.
It just quietly stands there for a moment. It's like, what? What's wrong? What?
I keep forgetting you don't know all the Fae stuff quite yet.
I know some things.
Okay. Do you know the stuff about not accepting food from Fae?
People.
Unless it's like freely given or whatever.
That's a thing?
That's the thing!
Oh, why do my friends keep taking my food then?
I don't. To be fair, I found out that in Einquell, not a lot of people know the rules, which is deeply concerning.
That's fair. Oh god, but my friend Banana knows a lot about Faye and she keeps accepting my food.
Well, there's the catch of freely given. If it's like a no strings attached kind of thing.
Oh.
Because like in a lot of fairy tales and stuff, Fae give food to people to like keep them trapped in their realm or whatever. It's a whole thing.
That's terrifying.
Which,
Okay.
like, because we're not technically in the Feywild or wherever Fae come from, I doubt it would work in that sense, since, you know, not your realm technically. This is just material plane. You know what? I'm rambling. Sorry.
Well, if you're not gonna take it unless it's freely given, Mariz holds it out. All yours. Promise, promise, promise.
Okay. I think Ruby like quirks an eyebrow at the like repeat of the three words, but eventually just nods and takes the basket. All right.
Yeah, it's full of cookies and brownies and muffins. Mariz is an aspiring little chef, so it looks really good.
I think Ruby eventually like picks out one of the muffins because she's not really super big on sweets, but muffins are nice. Muffins are good. Just takes a bite.
It's fucking good.
Holy shit! Just with a mouthful.
Mariz perks up at that, and the purple and the pink go away, and they turn like a teal to a sky blue. They like kind of puff out their chest, like yeah.
You just watch Ruby like devour the rest of it. No manners whatsoever.
Mariz is very proud.
Yeah.
If you think that's good, wait until I can make an actual meal.
So do you like cooking or whatever, Skittles?
Yeah, it's fun.
Neat. Okay. Well, I do have to ask the question again. What brings you here?
I was hoping to cash in that whole I could ask you about Faye things. That's what the basket is for. To say thank you if you do.
Ruby takes like a minute to like remember because this was like maybe half a year ago at this point, I imagine.
It's a good chunk.
It was a long time. So it takes like Ruby like a little bit of thinking and processing to be like, oh yeah, I did promise that. And she's like, alright, fair enough. I forgot to drop the ladder. She looks up at the treehouse.
Mariz follows her gaze up and then looks back at Ruby and kind of questioningly buzzes their wings.
Do you think you could go up there and...
Yeah, I'll go get your ladder. Hang on.
Cool, thank you.
And up they go.
Yee. It's kind of like tied off. It's like a little rope ladder that's just hanging out up there.
Now,
in the treehouse.
did you mean to say thank you?
I did not.
All right, I'll ignore that.
Heck. I always forget. It's me, Obby, never remembering the Fae rules. Ruby would remember them.
Okay, we'll ignore that. That was an Obby thank you.
That was an Obby thank you.
Yeah, Mariz will fly up and it'll take a little bit of fumbling, but they do untie the ladder for Ruby.
Yeah. There's just the sound of like the... Have you ever like unrolled a Jacob's ladder?
No.
It's like well, a Jacob's ladder is like a toy where it's like a ladder that goes endlessly, and it makes nice little wooden clanky sounds.
Oh, okay. I probably have. I have not heard the actual name of it. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I imagine like that's the sound effect as this as this
Yo,
ladder just
that's a
drops
good
down.
fucking noise.
Yeah, it's nice.
Mariz just watches it like unfurl, like starry-eyed, like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. And then Ruby's just gonna shimmy on up the ladder, and then stand up at the top, and then open the little door that's in the treehouse, and does like a little after you
Oh, all right.
gesture.
All right, understandable. In Mariz flies.
Yeah. The treehouse itself, the inside of it is not super big, but it's also not super small. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like comfy enough for like maybe two people to hang out in.
Only the cool kids can sit in here.
Yeah. There's like a little drawer. There's like one little desk like in the middle of the room. There's like little bits and baubles kind of sitting everywhere, just like little half-finished projects.
Aww.
Yeah. You see like in one corner there's like maybe like a little basket of yarn and some weaver's tools. And like maybe like a half-finished hat. Like one of those knit caps.
That's really cute.
Yeah. And then there's even like a little bed
for naps,
which sitting at the foot of it is a very familiar little pig who's just dozing off.
God, poor Oliver, who is just taking a nap, hears the door open and is just talking pig.
Oliver jumps. What? Oh, it's you. Hi. Hello.
Talking pig.
Well, I'm okay. Oliver's not even gonna bother.
They're very excited.
I'm aware.
Listen, pigs are just the coolest things in the fucking world.
They are. They're so good. They're so neat. I love them.
Will Ruby stop them if they go to pick up Oliver?
Not this time.
Mariz just goes and picks up Oliver and like swings him around like one would do with a baby.
Aww.
Talking pig!
Oliver just lets out the most dramatic sigh and accepts his fate. He's resigned himself to this.
When your friend comes over just because you have a dog.
Except now it's pig.
Only it is a pig.
Piggy.
Mariz loves pigs.
I imagine, like, as Mariz has been doing this the whole time, Ruby has shut the little door behind herself and just kind of, like, dusted off her... she has a cape now. She didn't have a cape before, but she has one now. And she, like, dusts it off from the snow that got onto it. And then just, like, not even, like, kind of just plops herself down on the bed. Just, like, leaning back, like, all right, what you want to know?
That gets Mariz to stop spinning, but they are still holding Oliver.
Yeah.
they're just like, I don't know what I don't know is the thing.
That's fair. We can, I suppose we can start with, like, the basics. Well, let's start with what you do know.
I have the perfect thing to show you what I do know.
Okay, let's see it.
Holding Oliver in one arm, they reach into their hammer space and they pull out what looks like a journal, like a really fancy journal, and they pull out a couple volumes of a comic.
Well, Ruby is immediately making eyes at the journal, but then the comic comes out, and then she, like, is a little more surprised at that, but...
Yeah, Mariz, this finally they set Oliver down and they kind of like lay the books out. It's the journal and about 4 volumes of this manga that apparently titled Welcome to Fae School. And they kind of splay their arms out to show it off, and it's like, yeah, so I got this is a full series for the comic. There are more of those. But I also have this book that my friend made for me when we first met, because he knows stuff about Fae. I just felt awkward asking him.
That's fair. I think Ruby is like making like a bit of an odd look at the comic books, because that's not what she was expecting for for this. But she like, I feel like she just picks up the journal because book reading interest peaked, and she's just gonna like quickly like open it up and skim through it.
It's very obviously handwritten. Like someone took a lot of time and care to write this out for Mariz.
Aww.
Yeah, and it was really nice of him. But this is when Mariz is still being mean to him. Don't worry about it.
Oof.
Don't worry about it. Johan is just a very ruthlessly polite boy, and I love him.
The exact opposite of Ruby.
Yeah.
Ruby is ruthlessly rude.
God.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
Don't worry about it. But yeah, it there's a handwritten table of contents, like passages about the Supreme Court of Inkwell that resides in Marchant Garden near Frühlingswald in Gisnep. Talks about how they're born from cabbages, the whole everything in threes thing about them, the fact that they are attached to the, God, I don't remember what Breaks called her. She's kind of like a minor god. The unicorn Eve.
Yeah. Freaking Ruby's gobbling up all this.
Yeah, it's
like
it's very.
I just have the mental image of like Mariz sitting off to the side as Ruby just absorbs information.
Oh yeah, it's very well written. And like it's and very like meticulous.
Whoever wrote this is really good at notes.
Oh yeah, he's a big nerd.
I mean, fair. Oh my gosh. Well, Ruby has like kind of quietly made the connection of the rules of 3 and like the little promise that Mariz made earlier.
Yep.
Yeah. Neat. And then once Ruby has finished like skimming through like the basics of the information in the journal, she just kind of sets it down and then picks up one of the comic books.
I'll say she picks up volume 3 and Mariz perks up like, oh yeah, I love that one. And if Ruby skims through, it is the beginning of the sport tournament arc.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, just the thought of the Welcome to Fae School manga cracks me up every time.
It's so valid.
And it's the main character who is not Fae, because this is based on a manga about a boy who suddenly starts going to demon school. Won't say the title because it's going on YouTube. But he is basically whisked away to a Fae school where he has to blend in. So it's since it's the beginning of the sport tournament arc, that means exposition. This is where they explain that every Fae court plays a court sport. So spring plays tennis, summer plays volleyball, winter plays hockey, and fall plays basketball.
Oh my gosh. There is an energy radiating off of Ruby. You're not sure what it is, but you see her like quietly close this book and set it on the bed and then do that prayer hands again.
Yeah, I have the entire series of that one. I wasn't able to bring it all though.
Fair enough. Do you think that this series has accurate information about Fae?
Oh.
Because I can tell you right now that it doesn't.
Aww.
Listen, in every single fairy tale and like information stuff I've ever read, nobody has ever mentioned sports. I don't think that's a thing.
They don't play sports?
Well, they might play sports, but I don't think it would be these sports specifically. Like, there isn't sports that's associated with the different... Who wrote this? Like, Ruby's just, like, looking at this, like, this is... Oh.
I don't have time to think up a pun, but I told Breaks about this, and Breaks was like, oh, yeah, you know what? It was probably a Fae who wrote that. Just to fuck with people.
That'd be so funny.
Yeah, it'd be really fucking funny. I don't have the brain power to come up with a good, like, Fae pun name, but, like, I hold that up as to how this manga exists.
That's so good, actually. Somewhere a Fae is beaming proudly at Ruby's growing frustration. Hold on, wait.
Oh my god, Dee,
you genius. Dee has suggested Norman Failer.
I love that.
Fake.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
Norman Fakler. That's so fucking funny.
That's so good.
Thank you, Dee. Thank you for my life.
Thank you for this. We will treasure it.
Yeah, on the cover under the like super peppy like book cover art, it's just the name Norman Fakler.
Yeah, Ruby, who's taking this as a chance to be like, all right, it's time to learn, takes all 4 of these volumes of manga, closes them, shoves them off to the corner of the bed. Aww. They will stay there. Until Ruby can figure out what Mariz has been misinformed and whatnot.
I take it I should probably bring the rest of the series next time I come over.
Definitely, because I have to make sure to look over what information is in these things that is absolutely pecking wrong. Gods.
Mariz pouts kind of quietly, mostly to himself, but still audible. It's like, man, and the story was really good too.
I have no doubt the stories are decent, but this is about making sure you know what Fae do not do.
That's fair.
Right. Okay. I suppose some other basics would be do you know about, and you kind of see Ruby like start digging around in her bag that's kind of hanging over her shoulder. And she pulls out like a little tattered red book and starts flipping through pages until she gets to like a little thing that's pressed in between a couple of them. And
is it?
do you know about 4-leaf clovers? And Ruby just holds it up and holds it up at
Mariz kind of instinctually flinches away, and then there's a pause, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
All right. Well, I'll make a note that you have that 4-leaf clovers work on you. And she like kind of holds it like a little closer just to see if there's like any other reaction.
Yeah, Mariz like backs up as Ruby holds it closer. I was like, what the fuck? Wait, how does that work?
4-leaf clovers are used as a sort of protection against certain Fae creatures.
Oh, that's wild.
So it's like, there are certain things that people can do that will naturally repel Fae. Like, what's another one? Wearing clothes inside out. Actually, that's one that people don't often know about.
Oh, okay. When Mariz hears that, they kind of slam their hands on the ground and it's like, oh, I met a guy who did that to me, the asshole.
Oh, that is rude.
He was looking for my friend, even though he's a huge dick who left her in the woods by herself. And when I said I wasn't going to help him, but I was trying to make sure he wouldn't find her, he turned his cloak inside out.
Oh, that does sound like an asshole, doesn't it?
He's such a fucking dick.
What an ass! Just absolutely trashing on this dude.
Rip Sanin. Fletcher isn't even here.
Okay, well, here, take couple notes of this, and Ruby just kind of like tosses Mariz like a little, like a teeny little journal.
Aww.
And like a little pencil.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be like, yeah, okay. Writes down 4-leaf clovers are whack.
What else can Ruby do? Do you have? Oh, hold on, let me see. Ruby then picks up like a little bag from her from her from her bag of holding, and like she does undoes the drawstrings on them a little bit, and then just upturns it and spills like little rocks all over the floor.
Mary stares down at them, like squints down at them, and then squints up at Ruby, and then squints back down at them and is like, why did you do that?
Okay, explanation time. One of the Fae stuff is that if you drop a whole bunch of things in front of a Fae, some of them have to take the time to go bend down and pick up every single one, count them out, and put them back in wherever it was stored.
That sounds really annoying.
It is! It's a great way for distractions if they're following you and you want to get rid of them.
Oh, you know what?
But
That's fair.
It doesn't seem to work on you, so I wonder what makes that sort of difference. I'll have to look into it.
Imagine liking counting things.
My goodness.
Mariz hates math class.
That's fair. Math stinks. Even though I think Ruby would like it.
Ruby would like math. Mariz also writes down, math is whack.
Okay. I think Ruby goes through like a few more. There in my notes there is something about like cold iron, which I think is like raw iron specifically. Or maybe not raw iron, maybe it's like, I don't know, something with iron for Fae, and it's not great.
It's definitely bad.
I don't think Ruby would have any iron on her and wouldn't use it on Mariz because that would be bad.
That'd be a little fucked up.
Yeah, it would be. Ruby takes the time to be like, okay, do you know about iron? That sort of stuff?
I think I know my cousin says it's bad.
Well, if Fae touch certain kinds of iron, and I think in some cases even silver, it can burn you real bad, so don't do that.
Oh no. Oh yeah, no. Oh, that sounds awful.
It's a good thing we're going over this now, so you can know what to avoid.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. Let's see. There's iron. There's bells. What about bells?
Oh, like the little like the little bells that they put out during Animus. I know. Oh God, I hate the sound of those. I don't know if that's a Fae thing. Is that a Fae thing?
No, that's a Fae thing.
That's a Fae thing.
That's a Fae thing. It's another thing that repels Fae.
Oh, gross! I just thought I hated how they sounded.
It's even worse with church bells for some reason.
Oh God! It's a good thing our apartment is nowhere near a church.
Mm-hmm. It kind of depends on, like, again, the kind of Fae. Like, obviously a lot of these are just overgeneralizations and, like, seeing if they work for you. Because I'm gonna be honest, most of my knowledge about Fae stuff comes from Faruma, which rules are different in Einquell. Things are real different in Einquell than they are in Faruma.
Oh, I don't know a lot about Faruma.
It's a big place. It's not that great.
Oh, that sucks.
A lot of real kind, barely any tunes.
That does sound like it sucks.
It does suck. Living here is so much better.
Oh, but it's a place full of real kind. That means so many people with real blood and bones.
Again with the blood.
Listen, I don't bleed blood.
What do you bleed then?
Most tunes are made of ink.
You know what? That's fair. That's a good point.
Also, oh God, I'm so sorry if you hear that fucking plane. Fun fact: I live near a small airport. I live near a small airport. God, fuck. Okay, yeah. Mariz like holds up an arm and kind of like waves it around. It's like, plus my arm is a stick. I don't know if I can get myself to bleed is the thing because it's so thin.
Maybe that's something you don't want to try out.
Probably. I'd rather not accidentally chop off my own arm.
Let's not do that.
Yeah. You know, normal morbid conversations that children have.
Oh, yeah. Listen, part of children is that they have the weirdest conversations.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes those conversations go completely off the rails.
Especially if those children have ADHD. I hold up Mariz.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Ruby is like taking like another like a little sweet roll out of the basket. I'm assuming bread isn't one of the things.
I make a lot of bread. Are there Fae who don't like bread?
Bread is one of the things that can repel some kinds of Fae. It's like a protection sort of thing.
That's weird.
There's like a lot of superstitions, especially back home, where kids would have like a piece of bread put in their pockets to protect them from Fae or whatever.
Just in their pocket?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of gross.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe that's why it repels Fae, because you just have a piece of bread in your pocket. And that's kind of gross.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love these two interacting.
They're so good. They're so good. It's so very gross.
God, I love them.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm just like imagining this whole time while like Ruby's explaining like basically the weaknesses. She eventually goes on to like the more in detail stuff about like, you know, fairy tales and rumors and certain rules that you have to follow concerning them. And it's... Is this the point where we start making rolls?
Yeah. What am I rolling?
I need to roll charisma to see if Ruby's doing a good job explaining like the nitty gritty of it. And you probably gotta roll just straight intelligence.
Oh dear. Oh fuck.
Oh dang, that's the nat 20.
That's
nice.
A nat 20. I was not expecting that from Mariz.
And that's a 10 from Ruby. It's
Listen,
Mariz trying.
The way that Mariz learns, actually, you know what? This makes sense. I did explain that the way Mariz learns best is if someone is actually talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one of the reasons why they hate reading, like, dense books. They'd rather have someone who is, like, super passionate about what they're teaching, like, talk about it.
Yeah.
But, like, with a 10 charisma check for Ruby,
yeah,
like,
I think Ruby's just info dumping,
which is fair and valid of her.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like directly reading out of the book without reading out of the book.
At some point, even though Mariz is trying really hard to pay attention, like their eye just sort of like drifts.
I'm just thinking of that one freaking video where it's and the eyes just slowly going off of Mariz's head and into the air.
You know, tune things.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the fucking video of the Tobias icon that we all had for a while.
Yes. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna roll general perception to see how long it takes for Ruby to even notice that all of the information is going out in one non-existent ear and out the other. Oh gosh, Ruby, what is your perception? Oh, it's just a flat.
Oof.
Oh, wait, no, you have proficiency in that.
Oh.
Because I forgot about your glasses. Ugh, DMV beloathed. Okay. 14. It doesn't take
she looks
super
up.
long, but it does take a hot minute.
Yeah, it takes a hot minute. She looks up and Mariz's eye is like floating up somewhere.
It's like tapping against the window on the other side of the room.
Mariz has checked out.
I'm just picturing Ruby like stops talking and just watches this with like for a few seconds like with morbid curiosity because how the heck? Before she just like sighs and snaps her fingers just like come on.
Ah! And the eye snaps back on, like, zooms back onto Mariz's face as they, like, jolt and, like, I'm awake!
Just like the, come on.
I'm awake, hi.
Right. When did I lose you?
Mariz looks down at their notes, which, like, poorly plovers are whack. Math is whack. Bread is okay. and then it's doodles of flowers and like triangles and shapes.
Oh, I lost you a bit ago. Like Ruby says, because she like looked over at the notes.
It's probably also like iron is bad, but those are the only 4 actual things on there before doodles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm really bad at this.
No, you're good. Sometimes, I mean, I'm literally trying to give you, like, the whole information about all of Fae in one day.
Well, it doesn't
on second thought, this might take more than one visit.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't try to do it all in one day, because, they look down at their notepad. Yeah, no.
Yeah, they managed to get a lot done. They got the weaknesses down.
Yes, that's important.
That's enough for now. Okay, maybe we can, like, take a quick, walk or something to reset stuff and maybe try again after.
That sounds good, yeah.
Yeah, just like a thumbs up for Ruby. And then, she kind of, hops up and gives, like, 2 little pats to her leg, and Oliver kind of snorts awake. I think Oliver was dozing off on the foot of the bed again, like next to Mariz.
Now that Mariz isn't swinging him around anymore.
Yeah, just cashing in on that last little bit of his nap.
God, valid of him.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And you see Ruby just kind of like pick Oliver up with both hands and then open the door
Hang on, what are you doing? How are you gonna climb down the ladder like that? You're holding Pig!
Oh, I'm not gonna climb. I'm not gonna climb.
You're not gonna climb?
Then Ruby steps backwards off of the balcony, and then like there's that momentary panic, but then Ruby just starts gently floating.
Mariz flies down to meet her, like as she's floating down. It's like, oh Jesus, by the mother, what the fuck?
Ruby just has the biggest shit-eating grin.
I didn't know real kind could do that.
Well, technically we can't. And then Ruby holds up her hand, which has like a little ring on it. Got this from that cursed items place a couple months back.
Oh.
You know have you seen that guy before?
I might have. He has an eye patch. They have an eye patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So weird shit.
Yeah, I haven't been able to like look, but I did hear about some of the shit they sell.
This thing is one of them. It makes it so that I don't ever have to cast Featherfall again. At least not on myself.
Oh, that's really cool, actually. Oh, I got to experience Featherfall once.
I have a bit of a history with pits.
That's fair. I had Featherfall cast on me once, which was weird, because the person who did it knew I could fly. I don't know. I guess Uncle Duster is really anxious about stuff like that.
You see Ruby pause and like the gears turning. Not the literal gears, because again, not Toon. But it's the equivalent of the gears turning. Hold on. Is this Duster like a little rat?
Mariz opens their mouth, closes it, remembering that their Uncle Duster doesn't like the mortifying ordeal of being known. Squints.
I'm taking that as how do you know Duster?
He's my uncle.
Hold on. Okay. That's a lot to unpack.
I met him through my brother.
Your brother. Okay, this is getting wilder by the minute.
I told you that my brother's a little rat.
Oh, right.
I mean, you know what? To be fair, that was months ago.
That was months ago.
Yeah.
Huh.
Apparently they met on the day we were in the holding cell.
Huh.
Yeah, he's my uncle now.
You know what? Fair enough. Ruby just nods.
Oh god, and when do we want to do the thing, my dearest?
I don't know. I mean, I imagine like at this point they have touched down.
Yes.
Onto the ground, which could be a good point to
I mean, and Duster's a good segue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ruby sees a light bulb actually pop up. It's a very UPA light bulb. Pop up over Maris's head as they do that, like, you know when you like you put a fist down on your open palm, there's a like, aha, I remembered something. Yeah, they do that and they're like, oh yeah, and I heard something else from him. Okay, this is weird and probably rude, but they kind of awkwardly rub at the back of their head, hold out a hand. It's nice to meet you, Ruby.
There is a slightly unexpected dead silence from Ruby.
Mariz is loudly sweating. And then I remembered, oh god, they held out their hand, and they pull back their hand.
How did he really?
I don't think he meant to. I don't think he I don't know if he knew that I didn't know. I don't know if he meant to.
Ugh.
But he found out my brother was kind of pretending to be you, and he said your name, so I know it's Ruby.
I'm gonna make a whiz save for Ruby real quick.
Oof.
To see how she's gonna react to this. Okay. It's not as bad as it could have been.
But it still has to be bad, considering.
Yeah. There's just, like, still that, like, pained silence.
Mariz, is very quickly becoming a, really, really dark purple.
Unfortunately, Ruby has been set off into the mood of not caring at the moment.
Yeah. Which is fair.
I mean, you can roll insight if you want.
Oh god, what's Mariz's insight?
I doubt it's high. Yeah, no. Ruby is a little hard to read in this moment. But judging by, like, the way that she's now starting to walk away, it is not great.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Mariz, like, scrambles after. It's like, wait, I didn't mean to. I can tell you.
Hold. Give me a few minutes, okay? You can follow behind if you want. I just don't talk to me for a bit. Okay. I need to process this.
Okay.
Ruby's just, like, quietly stalking ahead as she is now holding very tightly onto little pig in arms.
Oh.
And stalking into the woods. Is Mariz going to follow, or is Mariz gonna hang behind?
They'll give Ruby space, but they'll trail behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kind of awkwardly flying behind her, and, like, the hand that they had held out is, like, clutched to their chest now. Internally, they're like, oh, idiot, stupid, why did you offer your hand? Oh, you moron!
It's less about the hand and more about the name.
It's just the connotations of name and handshake.
Yeah. I'm just imagining, the walk is a bit on the longer side. Yeah. It's like nearly, like, 45 minutes before Ruby even starts to look remotely calmer.
That's fair.
But the walking is helping her out. Just, like, the space to just think things through.
Yeah. Mariz, meanwhile, I do a little dance, is spiraling.
Oh, no.
Because, yeah, they're that really, really dark purple, which is one of the new colors they unlocked after a bit of character development. And this is just, oh god, maybe I'm not cut out to be nice. Oh god, maybe it is a Fae thing that I'm horrible.
Oh no. Listen, Ruby doesn't even know those thoughts that she's having.
They're just having very different traumas right now.
Yeah. I think there's, like, still, like, a long, drawn-out silence before Ruby eventually stops. Like, there's, like, the crunching sounds of the footprint stopping as Ruby pauses. And just finally lets out, like, a deep breath. Okay. Sorry, I think I calmed down now.
I don't know if Ruby would care, but does Ruby want an insight?
You know what? I'll do it just in case. Ruby might care. I don't know.
No, she doesn't.
That's a nat 1.
Ruby doesn't give a shit.
Look, it's a new concept for color changing stuff.
That's
even
fair.
though.
No, yeah, that's fair. Color changing tunes are whack.
Yeah, there's just a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot for both of them right now.
Oh yeah, it's been a day. They were having a good time earlier, but sometimes shit happens.
Sometimes miscommunication occurs, and then you gotta deal with that. Okay. Like, Ruby's looking at Mariz,
who is a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Ruby's gonna, like, take, like, a pause to, like, try to think about how to address this. What do you know about, name stuff for Faye?
I know
I don't think I ever got to explain that.
I know it's important. I know I kind of accidentally took someone's name once. Because I was mad at them.
There is, like, a noticeable hunch of the shoulders at that.
Ugh. And Mariz is like, well, I mean, they're being mean to my brother, and I didn't know what else to do, and I was really mad at them.
That's okay. Okay, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because it looks like you really don't know. It's just there's a whole lot of stuff involved with, like, Fae and names. If you give a Fae your name, they have the power to, well, some of them get the power to control you. And it's not great. It's like, I've had it described to me as losing control of your own story.
The dark purple lightens to that mulberry purple as Mariz looks down at their hands and they're like, oh god, that's a thing we can do.
It's complicated, but yeah, if I assume if you know how to do it, you could, but it's just there's a reason I don't really. Names are. Sorry, it's a whole thing. I'm sorry. This is just.
If it's that important and I wasn't supposed to, I can make it even. I can tell you mine.
There's kind of like an expression on Ruby. Like, neither of them have been doing very well in insight, so I doubt you can quite read it. But, like, she's making no move to, like, pressure you into doing it or telling you not to. She's basically leaving it up to Mariz to make that decision.
Mariz has been struggling with the, oh god, maybe I'm not meant to be nice. But they're gonna fucking try. And I wonder, I'm gonna send you an idea. Just DM you.
Okay. I'm eyes emoji. I see you typing.
Don't worry about it.
Tippity taps. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at that.
Just as a cliffhanger that'll get resolved.
Okay, cool. I think, in that case, after there's like a long pause, maybe from Mariz not saying anything, Ruby just eventually sighs and, all right, fair enough, and starts, like, looking back out into the woods and just sort of walking again.
God, Mariz once again scrambling to start moving along also. It's like, oh god,
Yeah.
Is this a good idea? Should I say my name? Oh, fuck.
Yeah. there's just a whole lot going on.
Yeah, just internally they're like, oh god, she didn't say no, but she also didn't say yes. Oh fuck.
Yeah. Just being left with the, oh no, this is a decision I have to make. Why couldn't you make it?
I can't believe you saddled me with a decision.
Ruby has given you the worst thing imaginable, a choice.
Fuck.
Okay, I think this is now where I pull on my DMing shoes and ask us both to make perception checks.
Oh yeah, baby. Time for these kids to not see shit.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Alright, this is Ruby. Oh. Yeah. That is a 17 from Ruby and a 5 from Mariz for the listening audience.
They're so anxious right now.
Yeah, that's fair. You probably don't notice when actually Ruby like freezes in place, looking out ahead at something.
Mariz bumps into her.
And then normally it would be like the kind of Toonish thing where like the person who gets bumped into would be like ah or whatever. Ruby doesn't say anything. In fact, she has tensed up considerably and is like looking out at something that you are only just barely catching sight of.
Oh shit.
As you guys are walking along, the air is cold, crisp, and clear, and you can feel it as you breathe into your lungs just as easily as when you exhale it warm into the air. Across the blanket of soft snow, there is amongst the trees there is oh gosh, I'm trying to read this. Sorry.
Very good.
At first, it's like the first thing you catch sight of is a little glimpse of color, and you can see that it is like a little red tent that is part of a little campsite that is a good distance away. You guys gonna get extremely close to it because Ruby rolled pretty good on her perception. Yeah, there's a little campsite. And then Ruby looks concerned because, okay, camp, people, all right.
Mariz squints out at it, only now noticing it because Ruby is so tense. Like, this is a weird place to camp. Who camps when it's snowing out like this?
Especially with town so close. I can just imagine the both of them like looking at each other and making like the silent agreement of we gotta check this out, right?
Oh yeah.
The teenagers are making dumb decisions.
You know it, baby.
Yeah. Okay. I think for this, Ruby's gonna gesture for Mariz to come a little bit closer.
Yeah, they'll also, boop boop doop. They'll go into their hammer space and they take out, what looks like a really really pretty brooch. And the colors fade from like a pink purple and the crystal in it, and it's like, I got this on an adventure once. It's called a Feywild shard. My brother turned it into this brooch for me. But I can use it to cast magic. So just in case.
Right. Hold on. Can I see your hand for a second?
Oh, they hold out their other hand that's not holding the brooch.
Yeah. Ruby is gonna cast invisibility on herself and Mariz.
Oh.
Ta-da! Invisible.
Invisible.
Okay. We won't be able to see each other, obviously. So,
that's fair.
Just hold on to my hood or something.
You got it. And yeah, there's that feeling of like little nubbin hand, very gently twisted into her hood.
Yeah. I'm just imagining like the camera angle of it being zoomed out and there's just the invisible pair of boot prints slowly approaching this camp. And now that we're closer to it, I'm going to roll another perception.
Ooh.
For let's both roll perception again.
Oh yeah, baby.
Or would it be investigation? Well, let's do perception first. It's like a general sweep over now that you're close enough for more details. Oh, that's a 20 from Mariz.
Oh shit, that's a dirty 20, baby.
And a 12 from Ruby. Ruby might be more on a lookout than on a looking for details kind of thing. Because, like, this is a campsite. People have to be here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mariz, you can immediately hone in on the campsite. Looks, it doesn't look to be in the best of shape. There are footprints, like, trailing around. Well, there's a lot of footprints, a lot of foot traffic. Obviously, there has been, in the past, people going in and out from place to place from this area. It seems like there's a path that leads to a certain destination off into the woods, kind of in that same direction that Ruby had been walking in for a while now. But for the rest of the camp, it's just like a lot of foot traffic for whoever has been staying here. The most noticeable thing is that the campsite looks the best word I can come up with it is disheveled. Like, it's been messed up, but not tidied up.
Not like ransacked leveled.
Well, kind of ransacked leveled.
Oh, shit!
In certain areas. Yeah. Another noticeable detail, before I get a little bit more into it, is that everything is made out of, like, real kind stuff. There seems to be a lack of toon materials like most stuff has, especially around here in Little Corner. Because like a lot of things tend to have at least a little bit of toony elements, even if real kinds are the people who own it. Yeah. Because it's like a kind of a mixed media sort of thing. But this is strictly real kind stuff.
Ruby feels the grip on her hood kind of tighten as Mariz quietly is like, I don't know if the people who are using this camp are still around.
It doesn't look like it. I don't see anything in the trees or anything. There's no... Okay, and like, you see like a little X form in the snow next to you guys. Alright, I'm gonna go poke around stuff. And we're gonna poke around, we're gonna see what we can find, and we're gonna meet right back up in this X, okay?
Oh, if you're sure.
Don't worry, we'll be fine. The invisibility lasts an hour, so just stay quiet, okay?
Alright.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna roll investigation, now that you guys are getting real deep into the looking.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I love that Mariz's investigation is worse than their perception. It's just a flat D20, baby!
Oh boy, I want to see what you roll. I want to see what you roll so bad.
Oh shit! Why the fuck are they rolling so good? Why are they allowed to see?
They are allowed to see because it is tense. Ruby got a 21 in the meantime. Oh, nice!
Our children are allowed to see this day.
Okay, I think Ruby's investigation is going to lead her towards the more outer edges of camp, like following the footprints and like trying to detangle those. While your investigations lead you closer to the one tent that's in the area, like the singular tent.
God, spooky.
And around on the outside of the tent, there are a couple crates, some of which have been knocked over. And it seems like there are supplies within one of them that's kind of knocked out. Including the supplies, there appear to be like rope, pickaxes, stuff that looks like it would be used for mining stuff, maybe uncovering rock. And then the tent itself, it takes a moment to catch, but as there's like a light breeze, you can see a part of the tent billowing up, and there's a huge gash on one side of it. It's like a singular gash, like not made by like an animal, but rather a weapon. Yeah. It's sharp, precise, and there are singes on the end of it. Like it had like something, like a part of it made something to be burned.
Ooh, God, Mariz is just clutching their Feywild shard.
Yeah. What do you do with this information?
Ready to panic cast another fairy fire.
Yeah.
I love that that's their I'm spooked, I need to cast something spell. It's just fairy fire.
Yeah.
yeah, Mariz, like, seeing that, like, is like spooked into like being picture still for a second.
Mm-hmm. Does not animate for a bit.
Yeah. And then like backs away, and once they feel they're a safe enough distance, like very quickly like zoom back to the X on the ground.
Yeah. Okay. It takes a little bit for you to see like the little footprints coming back.
Mm.
And then the two little footprints stop next to the X and is like, Peck, I can't. You're flying, aren't you? Are you here?
I'm sorry. And they land, and it's not footprints, but the indents of little wheels.
Oh my gosh. Aww. Okay. That's okay, good. Good, you are here. Okay. I don't know what happened around here, but I think whoever was here left in a hurry. And then there's kind of like a thump as Ruby dumps out like a little bag from her bag of holding. So it becomes not invisible to not invisible.
Yeah.
It's just like it seems to be like a little bag of potentially personal belongings that was just kind of left.
Man.
And
Mariz...
Ruby is still talking as she's going, there was footprints leading out. The freshest footprints I could find was actually leading outside of the camp, but I don't think they're more than a day old. Like, they aren't, like, recent, but they're a day old-ish, I want to say, because it looks like the whatever snow was here froze over overnight.
I mean, it makes sense if they left in a hurry. That tent, it looks like someone, like, slashed a sword through it and then burnt it a little.
Oh, jeezums. That's terrifying.
Yeah, just a little.
There was also... I also found paw prints. Maybe like a wolf or something? Or a dog?
Oh, but then...
Whatever it was big.
Whatever... Well, if it is an animal, that doesn't explain the slash in the tent. Because it definitely was too clean to be an animal.
Could have possibly belonged to whatever was camping here.
And they'd have to be real kind. Mariz,
what makes you say... Oh.
They just gestured everything. It's all real kind. Oh, yeah, they can't see it.
I think they both have that realization of, wait, Peck.
Oh, yeah, shit. Well, yeah, it's all real kind.
Okay. I see your point. That would mean what I found isn't ink.
Oh, no, don't like that. Cool, thanks.
I don't like this. Hold on, what else did you find?
Like crates of mining stuff. And I know they're mining stuff because I have an uncle who mines. He's a miner. And like
mining stuff?
Yeah, like pickaxes and rope.
Huh. Well, I do know there's some kind of cliffs nearby the area, kind of next to the sea. Umi and I walk past them sometime. Oh, wait, you wouldn't know Umi. Umi's a friend.
Understandable.
And like, there's like that thoughtful silence. Okay. I want to get a quick peek into the tent and see what we can find. But then after that, I feel like this is something we gotta go back and talk to Antler about, because this seems bad.
This is a lot, yeah. All
okay.
Right.
Hold on. You're right here, are you? And then like you kind of like gently feel Ruby's hand pat against your forehead.
There's yeah, that's my face.
Okay. Grab onto my arm and make your way up to my hood, I guess.
Yeah, okay. It's really awkward. It's like Ruby also gets like a pap on the cheek at one point. It's like, oh, that's face. And then
yep, that's my cheek. Okay.
And then they grab onto the hood.
Okay, alright. Ready? Alright.
Yep.
And then there's just like the quiet crunch of snow. Okay, good. Keep that handy. and just quiet crunching of snow as Ruby tiptoes over to the tent and like very cautiously peeks it open. And it takes like maybe a little bit for the light to adjust because it's kind of dark in here because there's no like light source inside the tent. But also, big gash, it probably wouldn't be dark now that I think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Because the outside light would be leaking in a lot.
Yeah, especially with like wind blowing it open every now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The inside of the tent looks, well, actually, we should probably roll investigation again.
Here we go.
Here we go!
Mariz don't see shit.
And that's a 12 from Ruby. Let me look at my notes real quick. Okay. The inside of the tent is kind of just as disheveled as the rest of the camp is. It looks like there is little bits of furniture in here. There's like a pair of cots, as well as a desk, which may have once had things on it, but no longer. There's like, it's obviously empty, and there is a bottle of like ink that is spilled over, like ink and quill kind of thing. It's kind of spilled onto the desk and a little bit onto the floor. It looks frozen, like it has been left here to freeze.
Woof.
And never got the chance to be picked up. Yeah. And there is another one of those gashes like cut straight through one of the cots, actually.
Oh, man.
And a few more of it's not the same weapon. It seems like obviously there was that similar weapon that made the gash in the tent has been used in here as well, but there was also signs of other weapons being used.
Whoever was in here, it was probably a real nasty fight.
Looks pretty bad. Ugh.
Oh god, I feel like we're in the beginning of like a horror movie.
Honestly, yeah. Hold on, that sounds like a cue. That sounds like a trope.
Oh no, no, fuck, you're right. Oh, I hate that.
Hold on, quick look around. Is there anyone here?
Oh god.
Roll perception. It's a 15 from Ruby. And a 15 from Mariz. Nice!
Yeah! There we go! We needed at least one in this FPS.
It is a long, tense few minutes.
Oh god.
But, there is several beats of silence before, like, I imagine, like, the both of them are just, like, peeking around the tent and, like, looking around at the horizon of the campsite.
Yeah.
And there is nothing. It's just nothing. There's no one coming back to the camp. There's no, like, disturbances, noticeable stuff.
Mariz lets out a quiet, relieved sigh. It's like, okay, if this is a movie, something definitely wouldn't happen just then. I think we're okay.
Okay, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, I've never been so tense in my life.
Oh, sometimes I hate being a toon.
I'm not even a toon. I think I'm just getting it from being in proximity of one.
We do tend to have that effect.
Oh, I know you do. Do you know how many times toons have put me into jump cuts or montages?
But there's such
It's wild.
But there's such a convenient way to travel.
They are, but also I'm not meant to do that. It makes me nauseous sometimes.
You know what? That's completely fair.
Okay, I don't like it here. I think we just grab the stuff we found and run.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Maybe not run, actually. We want to be quiet just in case. Yeah. Okay, I think invisibility will still last us a good 15 minutes. Alright. Okay, let's go.
Okay,
and then Ruby is just very quietly stepping over to, like, the pack that she kind of dumped down to the snow. And, do you want to be the one to pick it up, or should Ruby be the one?
I mean, Mariz can. It won't weigh them down to fly with it, so.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, when you're picking up the pack, can I ask you to make a quick either perception or investigation, whichever you want to do.
Let's do perception because that one's better.
19.
My child is seeing all.
Your child sees all. Okay. Well, along with some items that appear to be similar to like the mining items, as well as some adventuring gear, like general there's torches, there's rope, there's like a little pouch of what appears to be coins.
Ooh.
Yeah. Money. But along with all this stuff, there's also a it takes like a second to recognize it, but it appears to be like a collar, similar to something you would find on like a dog.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Mariz like holds that as they put the pack on. Is like, Fred, I think they had a pet.
Okay. I'm gonna roll something for Ruby. I'm not telling you what it is.
That's fair.
Okay. Are you holding it for Ruby to see?
Yeah. Well, I mean, aren't they still invisible?
Well, yeah, but the things you're holding aren't invisible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're just kind of floating in the air.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruby sees that, and you can immediately hear her just, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that.
Oh
Put
god,
that back in the bag right now.
As soon as Ruby says that, Mariz like drops it. It's like, oh god, okay, hang on. Oh fuck.
Oh god, that's not good.
What does that mean?
Oh. That is a silencer. That's
That's a what?
It's something that's used in for room and stuff. It's bad. Don't touch it.
I think we should go. I think we should leave right now.
We need to go now.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you? Oh gosh, can I cast a spell? Hold on. Can Ruby cast the spell on 2 people? I have to see.
Uh-oh.
No, she can't. Okay. I think the invisibility drops.
Oh god.
And you actually see Ruby pull out what looks like a little wand with an amber gemstone at the tip of it.
I know this wand.
Yeah, she... this is probably the first time Mariz has seen Ruby use this.
Yeah.
Before your very eyes, Ruby turns like 2 feet tall, little bug form with wings. Okay, we're going now, and she takes off.
Okay.
Noom.
Off they go.
Off they go. And with that, I think that's a good spot to end it. Nice cliffhanger.
Fuck.
A nice cliffhanger for to continue on when we play our game into the thicket of it.
Ayo.
In about a week's time. Plus a couple days.
Yes. God.
So yeah.
It did not go where I thought it was going, but I do like this not knowing things.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. Yeah, I feel like this is the opening of like a horror game.
Yeah.
I love that. That's rad.
Congrats, you found a campsite where shit went down.
Oh hell. This close to the Ruined Castle too.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty.
Tasty stuff. Okay. I think with that we should probably end the recording.
Yeah, I know there's an FPS right after us. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we should probably go. Bye, everybody. Thank you for listening. Those who are here now and those in the future.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye.